The problems placing the Exodus during the 18th or 19th dynasties. There are a number of serious problems for placing the Exodus during either the mid-18th dynasty or during the reign of Rameses the Great in the 19th dynasty. The 18th and 19th dynasties were two of the most prosperous and documented dynasties of Egypt, and there is virtually no evidence of the enormous catastrophe that devastated Egypt at the time of the Exodus. The 18th dynasty also ruled from southern Egypt in Thebes, not anywhere close to the Goshen area in the Delta. In addition to being too late according to the chronological marker of 1 Kings 6:1, the 19th dynasty reign of Rameses II, conventionally dated from 1279 to 1213 BC, is too late to allow sufficient time for the period of the judges using the chronological data of the Bible. Rameses the Great's successor, Merneptah, is best known for the stela dated to the 5th year of his reign that bears his name, which includes one of the earliest non-biblical references to Israel. He speaks of a series of lands in and around Palestine that had been subdued and then says Israel is desolated, her seed is not. This indicates that Israel was already set up as a nation in Palestine, though the Bible speaks of them not settling the land for 40 years after the Exodus. There is one other major difficulty that is common to both views of an 18th or 19th dynasty timeframe for the Exodus. Did the Pharaoh of the Exodus live to fight another day after the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, as we see in the movie The Ten Commandments, when Yul Brynner, as Rameses the Great, watches his army drowned and then returns back to Egypt? Unlike what we see in the movie The Ten Commandments, the Bible indicates that the Pharaoh was included in the death of the Egyptian army in the Red Sea. Exodus 14:28, and the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen, all the army of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There did not remain so much as one of them. Exodus 15:19, for the horse of Pharaoh went in with his chariots and with his horsemen into the sea, and the Lord brought again the waters of the sea upon them. Psalm 106:9-11, and he rebuked the Red Sea, and it was dried up, so he led them through the depths, as through the wilderness. And he saved them from the hand of the hater, and redeemed them from the hand of the enemy. And the waters covered their enemies, there was not one of them left. Below, Good News March to April 1988 article by Keith Stump, published by the Worldwide Church of God, promoting Thutmose III's successor, Amenhotep II of the mid-18th dynasty, as the Pharaoh of the Exodus, even showing his mummy, despite biblical references that indicate the Pharaoh was included amongst the dead of the Egyptian army in the Red Sea. We have the mummies of all the 18th and 19th dynasty pharaohs. Though the Bible indicates that the Pharaoh was included in the death of the Egyptian army in the Red Sea. I'd like to quote now from Donovan Corville's major work The Exodus Problem and Its Ramifications, which goes into further details about the problems with placing the Exodus during either the 18th or 19th dynasties.